minutes away from having it happen. And there it is. He has done it.
Just to enjoy and reflect on what a week it's been. But here comes Shakur Stevenson.
Two elite fighters, both at the peak of their abilities, face off in an electrifying matchup, delivering high-stakes action that captures the true excitement of boxing.
Do it amidst reported chaos.
Oh.
Look at this finish from Teofimo.
Teofimo Lopez earned a win over Josh Taylor to claim the WBO super lightweight title, adding another major world championship to his resume.
WBO lineal junior welterweight champion of the world, the Tape.
We just beat the #1 ranked guy, #1 champion, lineal world champion, Josh Taylor, former undisputed world champion.
Shakur Stevenson defeated William Zepeda to capture the world title, further establishing himself as a dominant force in the sport.
With this type of performance, all those guys wouldn't mind stepping in the ring.
Teofimo Lopez overcame Arnold Barboza Jr. to successfully defend his WBO super lightweight title, maintaining his status as champion.
Confidence as he goes through the round. He knows that he's probably well ahead in the fight.
Meanwhile, Shakur Stevenson, performing at the top of his game, earned a decisive victory over William Zepeda, further cementing his status as a world champion.
Decision, the fighting pride of Newark, New Jersey, and still the undefeated WBC lightweight champion of the world.
For Teofimo's upcoming fight, Shakur Stevenson trained with intense focus under the supervision of Terrence Crawford, who oversaw every detail, helped refine his skills, and ensured he reached peak performance, demonstrating dedication and elite-level preparation.
Start the year off right. Motherfucker on. We about to take this shit over. The whole family. You know that.
Shakur Stevenson trains under his coach Ronald Sims, who provides expert guidance, helping him refine technique, strategy, and conditioning to achieve peak performance.
I say that's the bad guy. So, what I'm making. What?
Yeah, get ready. We need to be pushed today. Bring the smoke, baby. He doing it. Great. Yep, that's right. Yep, that's that fight. July 12th, demolish it. We're gonna demolish it. You guys way too slow. Shakur's too sharp, too fast, too strong.
Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez trains diligently in his camp, concentrating on strength, technique, and strategy, preparing meticulously for his upcoming fight while pushing himself to the limit every day.
Way more motivated this time, you know what I'm saying? He's got a lot to prove. You know, he's got to defend his Ring Magazine title. You know, he's the best in the division right now, holding the Ring Magazine by beating Josh Taylor. So, you know, we got to go in there and, you know, keep that belt, keep that Ring Magazine. Every time you throw a right hand, you got to pull back, go under. It's about motion.
Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez represent the matchup boxing fans have been eagerly anticipating. Shakur is fully aware of the skill, power, and challenges Lopez brings, yet he welcomes a test, understanding the high stakes and intensity this clash demands from both champions. Stevenson trains relentlessly in camp, refining every aspect of his boxing: speed, defense, footwork, and power, preparing meticulously to ensure he enters the ring ready to face one of the sport's most formidable challengers. Meanwhile, Boozy Ennis has issued a clear warning to Teofimo Lopez, emphasizing just how dangerous Shakur Stevenson can be.
I think Teo the truth, bro. I think that me and him came up together. He been the truth. He been winning tournaments after tournaments with me, alongside of me. So I know what I'm dealing with, bro. I know what type of fighter this is. I know I gotta up my level that night because of who I'm in front of.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, how do you see it, right? Because I hear people saying different things, right? Like media pundits and fans. I brought this up to your grandfather on live the other day. Some people say Teo's more athletic than you. Do you agree with that?
I don't know. It's hard to say who's more athletic. How you gonna say, okay, let's say they say he more athletic than me. If he more athletic than me, if we go outside and do any sport, any other sport besides boxing, can he beat me in it?
What you mean, like basketball or race or running a race?
Any sport, bro. Is he more athletic than me? Because, like, how you gonna be more athletic than me? You can't do nothing better than me at any sport.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I don't know. I wonder. I don't know. I mean, he's an athletic guy. I don't know.
I'm from the trenches, bro. I come from the hood, bro. He comes from where, bro?
He say Brooklyn, but he be saying he's from Brooklyn, though. I don't know where he's from.
From Florida.
Florida?
He's probably born in Brooklyn. Yeah. He's from Florida. But I'm just saying, like, where I come from is like the hood. I go outside and play basketball every day. I go outside and play football every day of my life.
Yeah.
So for him to be like more athletic, okay, cool. That's what y'all call it, but
man,
I don't know. We'll see you on fight night.
How do you envision it? I mean, I'm sure you played it out in your mind a bunch of times already.
Me just making a great fighter look average. That's how I see it.
Are you gonna fight like the Zepeda way? Because that was the first time we see you fight like that.
I can't tell you how I'm gonna fight. I fight different styles for different people.
Yeah.
So I may fight this way for this guy. I may fight the other way for another guy. But my main objective is to get the job done.
Yeah.
According to Ennis, Stevenson's speed isn't just ordinary quickness. It's a highly effective weapon that allows him to control the pace of a fight, evade attacks with precision, and deliver perfectly timed counters. He stresses that Lopez must never underestimate Stevenson's intelligence, strategic thinking, and ring awareness, all of which make him a complete and exceptionally skilled fighter. Every movement, punch, and combination Stevenson throws is calculated, reflecting his elite abilities and thorough preparation. Facing him requires respect, careful planning, and the ability to adapt quickly, as even a small misstep can have serious consequences. This underscores a challenge Lopez will face in the ring, showing Stevenson's capability to control, neutralize, and exploit the slightest weaknesses in his opponents. It's a reminder that at the highest level of boxing, talent alone isn't enough. Discipline, strategy, and flawless execution are just as critical, and Stevenson has all of these in abundance.
Pick them apart, and I gotta tell everybody that what you call him is real athletic too, Teofimo. So I mean, I don't think it's gonna be an easy fight. You know what I mean? People think, a lot of people say it's gonna be easy and all. Nah, Teofimo can punch and he can box, and like I said, and he's real athletic. So you know what I mean? That'll make it a little difficult right there. You know what I mean?
I see a lot of people going back and forth with it. Some people think Teo got the advantage because of the weight and that he's athletic and explosive. Some people say Shakur is the better boxer.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
How you see that fight ending?
Well, they saying, they got the weight and all that. I see Shakur boxing big guys, light heavyweights and all that stuff. Just like Boots, he box heavyweights and put the heavyweights down. You know what I mean? I think that's the right move for him. You know what I mean? Get up, and I think he can really do good at that weight.
This isn't a stoppage.
I'm looking at a decision, not a stoppage. But then all according how Teo come in. If Teo come at him, he's gonna run into some shots. It might be over. You know what I mean?
Now, you always tell me it's the shot that you don't see coming.
That's it.
That power is speed.
Right.
So could it be a situation where people underestimate Shakur's punching power?
Yeah. I think Shakur can punch. You know what I mean? I think he can punch. It's just, like I said, speed is power. You know, not them guys, muscle-bound guys come in and they tell me, oh, he can punch and all that. Like I just got finished saying, like you just got finished saying, matter of fact, the punch that you don't see knocks him out. And they always say, man, I didn't see that punch coming. That's the one you worry about. You know what I mean? Then you got to look at this. Shakur, he got speed. He hit technique.
Roy Jones Jr. provides a thoughtful perspective on the differences between old school and modern fighters, emphasizing how respect, conduct, and character were central in his era. For Jones, boxing was never just about skill, athleticism, or winning. It was also a test of discipline, personal honor, and manhood. Fighters were expected to carry themselves with dignity, show respect to opponents, trainers, and the sport, while projecting confidence and demonstrating their abilities could never be questioned. Jones explains that old school fighters combined discipline, strategy, and skill with a strong sense of responsibility, making their reputation as important as their in-ring performance. They understood that true championship required both respect for others and assertiveness in defending oneself. In contrast, modern boxing often emphasizes hype, showmanship, and media attention, sometimes at the expense of these core values. Despite the changes in sport, Jones stresses that principles like honor, accountability, and standing firm in one's beliefs remain essential. Ultimately, he believes that a fighter's legacy is measured not just by victories, but also by character, respect, and integrity inside and outside the ring.
Announced the fight. I don't understand the press conference. Shakur Stevenson looked confused about the press conference. Teofimo Lopez is known for saying outlandish things, but I've noticed over the last couple years, he's making less and less sense when he speaks. Like, the types of things that he's saying at the press conference are just unnecessary. The things that he's saying and the way he's saying it, I don't know if it's nervous energy. I don't know if he's just trying to get a rise out of these cameras and people online so they can talk about him. I really don't know what it is, but I don't understand why guys do things like that. What does that have to do with the fight? What does that have to do with boxing? The only thing you might accomplish out of that is making Shakur Stevenson mad, and he try to make you pay for that come fight night on January 31st. I don't get that kind of stuff. See, we'll look at stuff like that and we'll laugh at it in the sport of boxing, and we won't say that that's affecting boxing or hurting boxing. We'll just say that's just the way fighters are. But we'll get mad at a Jake Paul and we'll say that he's ruining boxing because you don't like Jake Paul or the things that he says or the fact that he's making money in a space that he didn't grow up in. To me, these are the kind of things. Press conferences like that, when you got Teofimo Lopez saying some of the things that he said, that's the kind of stuff that give boxing and fighters a black eye. That's why when we walk in a room and people know that you fought for a living or you currently fight for a living, they expect a certain type of thing. They look at you a certain type of way, and you almost gotta prove that you're not that to be able to get some respect when you're speaking to people, because they don't expect us to be people who are sensible, people that can articulate their words, people that can be sensible about how they go about their everyday life. So I personally, listen, everybody goes about this fight thing, this competition thing different. I'm not saying nobody has to be like me, got to be like you or anybody else. Be yourself. But that kind of stuff, to me, I don't really see a place for it in the sport of boxing. It don't make sense. It got everybody scratching their head, and your opponent who came there to talk to you about this fight, he wants to hear what you got to say about what you going to do to him and vice versa. But you got an opponent in Shakur Stevenson who's confused now. He literally was looking around like the look that Shakur Stevenson had on his face was, I did not come here for this. And I think he even said, I really don't know what to say about it. That don't make for a good press conference to me.
Yeah, I know. But see, this is what I try to tell you about. I know y'all don't hear me a lot of time when I say it. There's old school and there's new school. Old school has something that had been said. They would not have allowed us to be able to come face to face. Because you don't say it to me and think I ain't finna try to tear your head off as soon as I get close to you.
Well, you're not gonna wait till a fight night. You're gonna get it in that day.
Because some things are too. Because sometimes you go a little bit beyond respect. That's disrespectful. If you disrespect me on any level, we fighting then. Now I'm gonna try to hold it together but if you disrespect me, which is what he just did, I'm not gonna ask him about what he's talking about. When I get close enough, I'm finna show him what I ain't talking about. You understand where I'm coming from? So there's a difference. That's why I say you gotta know the difference from the old school and the new school. Had he said that in my day, they could not. I would tell him, listen, whatever y'all do, don't let me get close to him.
Chris Algieri highlights the importance of matchups, where elite fighters willingly face one another, even when the risks are high. For him, boxing isn't just about avoiding danger, protecting a record, or chasing easy wins. It's about testing limits, pushing boundaries, and proving true skill under pressure. Taking on top-level opponents forces a boxer to grow in every aspect of their craft. From technical skill and strategy to mental toughness, patience, and conditioning, these high-stakes contests reveal fighters' true capabilities, separating the good from the exceptional. Avoiding challenges might protect an unblemished record temporarily, but it does little to earn respect, legitimacy, or a lasting legacy. True champions are defined by courage, resilience, and the willingness to face the best, learning lessons from every fight, win or lose. For Algieri, the essence of boxing lies in these battles, where determination, skill, and strategy are tested against elite competition, creating defining moments that shape careers and elevate the sport itself.
Take the risk, and let's be okay with fighters having losses. How about that? Guys can have losses and still be at the top of the game. Why not? So this is a really important fight, I think, for the health of the sport. You have gone on record several times saying it's not going to be the best fight or, burning, raging fight, whatever. I think it's going to be an awesome fight because of the level. And it's one of those fights you're just like on the edge of your seat because it's so tight. Are they going to throw a million punches? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I think the level is going to be so high, it's going to overshadow that they're not that busy.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think it's going to be. I mean, you don't have to. You follow the sport, and it's not going to be like some type of shootout. But it's very important. I did say that numerous times. This is a very important fight. The Shakur wins. I think he belongs in the top.
Shane Mosley emphasizes that the outcome of any major fight depends largely on the styles each fighter brings to the ring that night. He explains that factors like power, speed, patience, and adaptability are far more important than pre-fight hype or media predictions. A fighter's ability to read their opponent, adjust tactics on the fly, and exploit openings often has a bigger impact than reputation or popularity. Mosley's insight reminds fans and fighters that boxing isn't about who talks the loudest or has the flashiest record. It's a technical, strategic sport where split-second decisions can change the course of the fight. Preparation, discipline, and mental resilience are just as essential as physical ability, and underestimating an opponent or overvaluing hype can be costly. Ultimately, Mosley says true greatness in boxing is defined by execution and adaptability inside the ropes, not by expectations outside of them. A fighter's real measure is proven round by round in the ring.
Shakur Stevenson is going to get slower moving up in weight or not, where Teofimo can hit him. Maybe he was really fast at 130, 26-30, maybe 35, but 40, you put on a little bit more weight. Shakur Stevenson has a very strong style where he can sit back and pot shot you and box and stuff like that, where Teofimo can also box and is very athletic and can get from side to side and can make things difficult for you as well. So what style is going to impose on the other is what we want to see.
So which style will impose? Is it something where like the first rounds really will dictate, or?
I think you're going to need a couple of rounds, but the first round is going to be very interesting. Maybe you see some tails, but I think maybe 2 or 3 you're going to start seeing one leave the other. Because I don't think that, well, maybe, I mean, Shakur might show some different, if he has to go after Teofimo, he might show some different type of heart that we haven't seen or different type of fighting we haven't seen. And vice versa, whereas Teofimo's hitting him with different shots off the angle that is kind of giving, Shakur Stevenson trouble. We'll see about that.
That wraps up today's video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more.